guy's a nutcase. He is. And I'd watch him. And I'd never allow him near my kids or in my home because he just creeped me out, period.
Afrika Hardy was 19, had just moved to Chicago after graduating high school. She decided to meet up with Darren Vann at a Motel 6 in Hammond, Indiana, after he hired her through an escort agency. She was found dead in a bathtub in one of the rooms on October 17, 2014. When 19-year-old Afrika Hardy was found strangled, authorities used Hardy's phone records and located Vann. Upon catching Vann, he was also in possession of several key pieces of potential evidence, which included Hardy's phone. During interrogation, he confessed to his involvement in Hardy's killing and told police about the other killings he was involved in.
What is freshest in your mind from there that occurred? Like the one murder just previous to the Motel 6?
I can't give you one before the Motel 6 because that'd be out of state. The one before that was somebody I knew. She owed me money, didn't pay me.
Well, then obviously that would be an easy one to start with if you know her.
Well, I don't know her, like I know her from the streets.
Okay. You don't know her name or nickname or anything like that? If she
Casper. Her nickname on the streets was Casper. She was a prostitute.
How old would you say?
I wouldn't know how old Casper is. I would say late 20s, early 30s. Well, I could be wrong because, you know, they're on drugs. And
well, I'm just asking you to give. I mean, you also seem to be pretty intelligent, so I think you know what you're talking about.
Okay, T is young. The girl is missing. I think they say she was late 30s, early 40s. But I saw the post before. I really didn't pay no attention. I just knew the face.
Now with Casper, what does she look like?
She's a Caucasian. Casper's about, what, 200? See, I'm not good with descriptions. She's like about this size. I don't know how you would describe a girl as this size. She's real big, long, blonde hair. Yeah, heavy set. Some people say big BBW.
But how old?
I was gonna say, characters can't. That's why I say she's anywhere from 28
You
to
said long
32.
blonde hair?
Yes. I don't know if it's blonde or brown. I'm colorblind, so.
All right.
So late 20s to early 30s?
She's 28 to 32. I'm not going to put her no older than that.
Okay.
If she is, I wouldn't think so.
Around what time would this have happened?
I'm trying to think. See, I can't be sure what time I killed Casper because I did something that same day.
Where'd you kill her at?
Oh, see, I'll tell you that, y'all can go to the house. I killed her in Gary. All these in Gary I'm giving you.
Okay, so Casper's a prostitute in Gary?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a prostitute in Gary. She's another one.
So Casper's body's inside of an abandoned house?
Right now, yeah.
Right now?
Right now.
On what street?
I see her way on. Yeah, I'm not good at streets. She's off the first street on the east side off of Broadway. I want to say Connecticut. See, I always get Massachusetts and Connecticut mixed up.
So it's one
block east.
One block east.
Of Broadway.
In what 100 block?
I'm not sure. I just know you ever walk and you know how to cut through all your trails. And I know the trails is cut through. We cut through. I cut through the alley that go through another abandoned house to get to this house. Does that make sense?
Sure.
It's like a bunch of abandoned houses, right?
Off of what main street?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's either Connecticut or Massachusetts. I don't come off the house off of Broadway. I come through a field when I go that way.
Yeah, but would this be north of
It's
25th?
It's in all. This is in Glen Park.
In Glen Park. So
Right.
south, would it be south of Ridge Road?
Yes.
North?
It's gonna be south of Ridge.
South of Ridge.
I'm gonna give you. One is by. You know what Dormilla is? I think it's Dormilla Projects. One is by Dormilla. One is by, I want to say, 1, 2, 3 is by Georgia Street, William Park. One is by...
Has the one by Dory Miller been located?
No. They located a body, but it wasn't the right one. Well, it wasn't one of mine.
Okay. Where's the one at in Dory Miller?
I don't know their streets like that. You know what I'm saying?
Inside of a building?
It's inside a house.
Are most of these inside of vacants?
Yes, most of these are inside vacants.
How, and I believe you, that you kind of want to put an end to this. And,
Right, that's why I say it'd be easier just to be like, bam, if there's a house,
Would you?
you're going to have to move some stuff.
Would you be willing to?
You'll have to, because the police went in one house, because they didn't move the right thing, they didn't find the body.
You're kidding.
Right.
But would you be willing to take us and, I mean, almost, I mean, I don't know, let's you call it like a field trip and just show us
I'd actually
where
point the bodies off, right?
your work products at?
I don't really call it work. I call it my mistakes.
Your rages.
Yeah, my rages. When stuff don't go right, I go looking for an out.
Once he was caught because of his slip-up with Africa Hardy's murder, he had no problem disclosing his other murders and his sorry excuse for why he committed them. Gary, Indiana is known to have thousands of abandoned houses, and Darren Van used them to his sick advantage. 35-year-old Annette Jones of Gary, Indiana, went missing October 8, 2014. After Van confessed, he showed police where hers and multiple other bodies were hidden, including Christine Williams, age 36, who went missing in February 2014. 53-year-old Sonia Billingsley and Tanya Gatlin, who was only 27 years old at the time, also went missing in February of 2014. Tierra Beatty, age 28, went missing in January of 2014. Tracy Martin, age 41, was reported missing in June of 2014. These are only the crimes he is convicted of. Imagine how many we don't know about.
I usually try to go to Illinois where I have my guns. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
But if I don't have a way to get there, or I'm getting help, like right now I'm watching my sister's kids, so if I get upset, I can't just leave. I'm on schedule. You see what I'm saying? And that schedule compresses how I do things.
What are the things that cost you to go into a rage?
Last year it's really, I can't work. They want 7 years, they want this. I went to get my ID, they won't give me my ID. It's just so much. I'm tired.
Does it do anything for you?
What? It releases, I won't say it releases pressure. Because really my brother tells me I'm crazy. I tell him all the time, I just want to walk in something and blow everything up.
I guess what I'm asking, how does the rage, how do you connect the rage with these people that
They're random. They're random. All it does is take the wrong person to say something, or it triggers something from my past. That's why I really can't give you Illinois, because Illinois probably has a whole lot of. They have more than Indiana, let's say that.
Yeah.
They have way more than Indiana.
Where were you staying at over there?
I don't have to stay anywhere.
You just.
I get on the train, I get on the bus. And I'll be like, I know I'm losing. I try to get far away from my family when I feel myself slipping.
Do you?
Yes.
Have you ever hurt anyone in your family?
I can't answer that because that would give you another state. You see what I'm saying? But yes.
Well, this is obviously gonna be somewhat difficult because we're gonna need some specific information and to be able to verify these and get you to where you're going.
Well, I gave you this one.
I don't think you're going to have any problem.
Okay.
I mean,
I
just want to say these arrests, because these, I call these my mistakes because they did something that triggered my anger where I was already angry, but they really, like Casper was my friend. I didn't mean to kill her.
What led up to that?
I was already angry.
Why don't we go when go and recover her body?
I would do Casper's party because she was my friend. She was a good person.
Why don't we do that?
That's why I said we could take that ride. That way, you know, the rest of them trying to keep
Right.
with
You realize what we're probably gonna do is we're gonna put you like in the belt that you're in now,
That's fine.
and we'll probably put you in some leg shackles. Cause this is not something we do every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't think you could leg check because I'm not going to be able to get down where Casper is.
You don't think you'll be able to direct us to it?
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, they're pretty decent. I mean, they're not short leg shackles. I mean,
Oh,
you'll be
okay,
able to
that's fine.
And we, like I said,
Like I said,
I'm from the south. I don't have to go fast.
I'm not going to give you any problems. I'm
Right.
trying to get it.
Yeah, you're trying to put everything behind you.
Well, it's not really behind it. These I'm giving you because they wasn't supposed
You want to
be.
clear it up.
No, these weren't supposed to be people I killed.
Mm-hmm.
These were people that had nothing to do with people hiring me to do something.
For the Motel 6, was that supposed to happen, or?
No, she struck me. If
And
she
that
hadn't
was just-
struck, that's it. I don't like being hit. Actually, I'm really surprised. I know why I ain't go off when y'all officers threw me down, because that's really one of my pets. I don't like people striking me or pushing me.
Did you hear me just saying, hey, you just,
Right,
yeah, you heard me, didn't you?
right. And see, I kept.
I could tell you paid
But see,
attention.
my thing was like my niece up there.
The kids are there.
Right. That's why I try to get far away, because I wasn't even supposed to come. I don't even know what made me mad. I know what made me mad. Somebody didn't pay me. I did a work for them and they didn't pay me. Because they figure I'm a felon and I can't do nothing about it. I didn't have no contract.
When did that happen?
It happened Friday morning. I went and fixed some drywall for a guy.
Where at?
I don't know. It just, I'll be on tag and Facebook and they say come and do somebody will pick me up. I go,
On May 4th, 2018, Darren Dion Van pleaded guilty to the 7 murders mentioned. In return, he received a plea deal that took the death penalty off the table. On May 25th, 2018, Van was sentenced to 7 concurrent life sentences without parole. If you've enjoyed today's story, drop a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching Crime-n-Unwind.